Next topic is single bus architecture. So first let us understand what is meant by bus and bus architecture. Okay, the different functional units. The functional units means input unit, output unit, memory and the processor. The processor contains the arithmetic unit and the arithmetic and logic unit and the control unit. Okay, the different functional units of computer are connected together. So these are connected, these units are connected together and they can communicate with each other. So the input unit, output unit, memory unit and the processor can communicate with each other. Okay, so all the operational units or the functional units are connected by a parallel lines called a bus. Okay, each line or wire can carry one bit of information. So each line can carry one bit of information. So depending on the architecture, bus can have 16, 32, 64 lines. This bus can have 16, 32, 64 lines. Okay, so bus can carry data, address and the signals. There are three types of bus. One is data bus, address bus and the control bus. So the data bus carry the data or any information. Address bus carries address of the memory location and the control bus carries the signals. Okay, then let's move on to our topic, that is single bus architecture. In single bus architecture, all the devices are connected to the single bus. This is a single bus. So in single bus architecture, all the devices are connected to a single bus. Since all the devices are connected to same bus, two devices can communicate with each other at a time. So only one bus is there, no? So all the devices are connected to only single bus. So at a time only two devices can communicate. Okay, then advantage of this single bus architecture is it is low cost and it is flexibility to attach all the peripheral devices to the bus. So one is it is low cost and it is flexible to attach the devices. Okay, then devices attached to the bus operate at their own speed. So these input devices, output devices, memory and the processor can operate there in their own speed. So this input and output unit are slow and the memory and the processor work in an electronic speed, means it is high speed. Okay, input unit and output unit is slow and the processor and the memory are the high speed devices. These are slow devices, this is high speed, this is high speed devices and these are the slow devices. Then memory and the processor unit operate at electronic speed. So to coordinate the activities of all these devices on the same bus in a faster manner, efficient mechanism should be used. So these are the slow devices and these are the fast devices. No, to coordinate this speed. So slow speed and the high speed, we have to coordinate this speed. So we have to use the efficient mechanism. In this we are using the buffer mechanism, buffering. Buffers are used. Okay, so let's see an example, the scenario, that is consider printer is an output unit. Printer and this processor are communicating with each other. Okay, communicating with each other, hence no, if these two devices are communicating means no other devices can communicate. So this task is to print some character on the printer. So processor sending the character one after the other to the so this processor The processor sends character to the printer one after the other. For example, consider how to display a message. Hello means the processor sends H first, then after completion of printing H, it sends E, it sends L O to the printer. The processor sends one character after the other character. It first sends one character, after that next character it sends one after the other. Since printer is slow device, it receives a character and prints the character taking its own time. So I already told that this output devices is slow and this processor is high. So it first prints an what? H. So the processor has to wait until this printer has to complete. The printer has to complete its printing. That is until completion of printing H, the processor has to wait. Since printer is a slow device, it receives the character and prints a character taking its own time. Meanwhile, the processor has to wait until printer complete its task of the printer. That means processor is blocked and no other devices can communicate until printing task is completed. So I already told that only two devices can communicate with each other at a time. So while these two are communicating, that is printer and the processor is communicating, other devices can't communicate. So until the printer is slow device, until the printer completes its task, the processor also has to wait. No other task cannot be performed. So to synchronize this timing issue and the processor being blocked, buffer registers are used for the slow devices. So to synchronize these speeds, so buffer registers are used. Buffer registers are used for the slow devices. Only for the output devices we are using the buffer register. So the register are faster than electromechanical devices. That is, the register are fast compared than the electromechanical devices, that is memory and the processor. So the processor sends all the character one after the other to the buffer register. So in the output devices will have the buffer register. So the processor sends all the character one by one to the buffer. And all the characters are sent to the buffer register. Okay, when all the characters are transferred to this buffer, hello is completely transferred to buffer register. When all the characters are transferred to the buffer, printer starts printing the character from the buffer taking its own time. So the processor sends all this character hello to the buffer register, and then printer prints by taking the characters from this buffer register. Okay, so printer starts printing the character from the buffer taking its own time. So the processor is free and it can perform some other tasks. So here all the characters are at a time one by one transferred to the buffer registers. So from the buffer the printer takes this character from the buffer register and it prints. So this time the processor is free. The processor is free to perform other tasks. This is about single bus architecture. So to coordinate the speeds of the slow devices and the high speed devices, we use the buffer register. Now that processor will become free and then the processor can perform other task. Okay. This is about single bus architecture.